All right. It is Tuesday, October 27th, 2020 at 1:14 a.m. All right, guys, let's take a look at these stories. Hartford, Connecticut, discouraging trick-or-treating, Halloween parties due to COVID-19. Durham County leaders strongly discourage door-to-door Halloween trick-or-treating. Some Beaufort County neighborhoods discourage outside trick-or-treaters during COVID-19. Traditional trick-or-treating, trunk-or-treating, discouraged. Freeport officials strongly discouraging trick-or-treating as COVID cases grow. So it's just article after article of many areas discouraging trick-or-treating this Halloween. Let's take a look what the CDC has to say. It says trick-or-treating and other Halloween activities. Step to take when trick-or-treating. Traditional Halloween activities are fun, but some can increase the risk of getting or spreading COVID-19 or influenza. Plan alternate ways to participate in Halloween. Make trick-or-treating safer. Avoid direct contact with trick-or-treaters. Give out treats outdoors if possible. Set up a station with individually packed treats for kids to take. Wash hands before handling treats, and wear a mask. Wear a cloth mask as part of your costume. A costume mask is not a substitute for a cloth mask. Do not wear a costume mask over a cloth mask. It can make breathing more difficult. Masks should not be worn by children under the age of 2 or anyone who has trouble breathing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others who do not live with you, indoors and outdoors. You are more likely to spread COVID-19 when you are in close contact with others for a long time. And of course, wash your hands, use hand sanitizers. Parents supervise your children using hand sanitizers. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds when you get home before you eat any treats. Alright, guys, so that's what the CDC has to say about the trick-or-treating, even though they are discouraging trick-or-treating at all. Alright, let's move to the next story. Pence skips public health recommended self-quarantine, but does change plans after staff outbreak. Alright, it says here. Vice President Mike Pence, despite flouting public health guidelines by still campaigning after being exposed to people testing positive with coronavirus, is taking some precautions on the road. At least 5 aides, including his body man and Mark Short, his chief of staff, tested positive. But Pence insists on maintaining an aggressive campaign schedule in the final week of the race. So far, Pence has tested negative for COVID, according to CNN reporting. So 5 people in his staff have tested positive, but he has still tested negative. Alright, next. Senate Republicans confirm Barrett to Supreme Court, cementing conservative majority. Says Senate Republicans threw out their own rule book and confirmed Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court on Monday night, locking in a decisive conservative majority on the high bench that will likely reverberate for years to come, no matter who wins next week's election. Alright, so they selected her. Alright, next. Coronavirus pandemic deepens Japan's demographic crisis. Says here in Tokyo, tumbling numbers of pregnancies and marriages in Japan during the coronavirus pandemic are likely to intensify a demographic crisis in the rapidly aging nation. Japan has the most aged society in the world, with more than 35% of its population expected to be 65 and over by 2050, a trend that poses a risk for economic growth and straining government finances. I reckon the spread of the coronavirus is having many people worried about getting pregnant, giving birth, and rearing babies. A minister in charge of responses to Japan's declining birth rates told news conference on Friday. Recently published official data show the number of notified pregnancies in the 3 months of July fell by 11.4% from the year earlier, while the number of marriages over the same period dropped 36.9%. The sharp decline in marriages matters because the majority of babies in Japan are born in wedlock. Alright, guys, so that's sad to hear that Japan's demographic crisis is increasing. I had heard before that they had issues with the number of births and the number of aging um, people that they had in Japan. So that's increasing due to the coronavirus. Alright, guys, hit like and subscribe for more news and headlines, and see you guys next time. God bless.